Hi everyone, it's Sim Hills, and today we're taking on Deligracy's challenge of Tiny Town. And the first character we rolled was Cypress Handyman. He likes a rustic farmhouse with his favourite colours orange, and his skills are woodworking and candle making. The first thing I do is just go around protecting things with roofs and also putting the items for the different characters in the boxes. So we'll meet the characters throughout the series. There's 7 characters in total, and they've all got a different skill set. So one of them likes painting, one likes cooking, one likes gardening. What was the other skills? Crystal, and there's another one. But Cypress's skill is woodworking and candle making, so we make a start on that, try and get his skill level up so we can start making some money. And my idea is we make enough money just to get him the basics he needs to live. We do pop to the community centre. This is from Eco Lifestyle, I think the pack's called. This is actually a community centre I created a long time ago, so I've just gone to this one. It helps get his social skills up. Also, there's things like dumpsters here that you can go and have a look in to see if we can get some old furniture, because that would help us out, obviously, if we're not having to buy it. And especially because of his skill set, if we get some furniture that's broken, we'll be able to fix it, and then that again saves us money. So that is my hope with the dumpsters, although they was pretty empty on the first day, so they didn't really help us out that much for the beginning of this challenge. But it is something that we can keep going back to try and get a few furniture items, although it's hit and miss what you get. It might be really useless stuff. So he bunkered down for his first night in his tent and then got up and back to the woodworking. This is something we're going to have to grind through, so a lot of the woodworking I do just skip out just because it is so repetitive, but some of it I do try and keep in. But he's already skilling up in his woodworking, and he did get a lovely somebody wants to leave him some inheritance, his great grand second once removed child. He did ask if there was any conditions, and actually the conditions were, if you asked, there were no conditions. So we actually inherited 2,500 simoleons, which can be used to help us start our community space. I thought it was something the game threw out. I wasn't expecting it, so I thought, let's use that as a bonus, not for Cypress himself, but for the community area, because this will be for all of the residents of Tiny Town. So I thought it was better to use it this way than just use it, because I could have got Cypress a bed and maybe one room, but I just thought this was a better use of the money. And also it gives us somewhere to put a selling table, so all of the Sims who end up living on this lot will be able to use that. Also, the way I'm going to do this challenge is I'm not going to use for rent. At the minute, you can see it is a rental lot. I do end up changing that eventually, but it took a bit of fiddling about to get it changed back to a residential lot. I think I had to move Cypress out and then change it to a residential lot and then move him back in, but I didn't alter the money. I wrote his money down and then moved him back in when I did change it. So if you do notice the rent, the for rent thing goes away, that's because I do end up changing it to a residential lot. And the way I'm going to do it is using a safe, a vault, and then having each sim have their own money. But then any money donated to the vault can be used for community upgrades, is what I think I will do with that money. So we've got a community kitty, and that is my idea going forward. So but we've made a good start with Cypress, and he's got a few things for the future residents of Tiny Town. Also, you'll notice some of the characters look slightly different. I didn't have all the hairstyles, so I did change. I think Azure's definitely one. Azure Hue. She's got a different hairstyle, but I think her new hairstyle goes with her personality a lot. So hopefully you'll like that one. But anyway, we'll stick with Cypress for today, and he's doing well with his progressing with his woodworking skill. I did realise this selling table was also a food selling table, so I did change that out. So we, because obviously Cypress skill is not food, so I did change that to. I prefer the look of the other table. I wish it was not just food related. That one would be. I thought that went with the building more, but anyway, we've gone with this more basic looking table, and that's for anything that you want to sell on it. So, perfect for his sculptures. He does a lot of lumberjack, and I think it's Big Bear as well. I think they're the two most expensive sculptures that he can make, and then he makes a decent return on those ones. So yeah, that's what we kind of stick with at the selling table. And the good thing with the selling table is, oh, he's filthy. Look, his workman is filthy. But I use repetitive actions on the sink just to get his hygiene up, because we can't afford a shower yet. But the selling table is really good to get his social skill up, as well as obviously make some money, because he needs money to afford somewhere to live. So it serves a dual purpose. One, it introduces him to everybody in the town, and his social needs kind of deprive quite quickly because he's living on his own. So this way it works for two of his needs, I think, money and social. This is Piper Bradshaw. She's one character that I already had, and I just moved her into Henford-on-Bagley. And then the others are mainly tiny town residents, actually, who keep coming back to the sale. They've already bought all of his stuff, but they keep coming back for more. We've managed to afford 3 walls, so progress. It's slow and steady. So he's still sleeping in his tent. He can't afford the 4th wall to get the roof, but it's some progress. The walls are expensive. The walls are really expensive. So we're going to crack on with his skill a little bit more, just so we've got a little bit more to sell, and hopefully selling it. Usually I try and get the 200% markup on his sales, because then you're getting a decent return. I think when you do it up to 300, a lot of them just don't buy. And if I'm struggling to sell at 200%, I'll put it down to 100% markup, just if we need the money. But I do try and sell it at 200% if I can. The rain is a perfect chance to get a shower. It rains a lot in Henford-on-Bagley if you do put the lot there. So it's a good way to get your hygiene up when it's low. Just shower in the rain, and you'll have your hygiene will be up to the top again. So while it's raining, we have another little sales. Try and sell a few more of his sculptures. This is, what's her face? I've forgotten her name. Beatrice Jam. How could I forget her? Yeah, she seems to quite like Cypress, and also Cypress has got a really good reputation as well. His social interactions seem to come really easily. He makes friends really easily, and he's very popular. People ring for his opinion on things all the time, such as, should I meet so and so? Should I go out with this person? So he's got a really good reputation, and I think that really does help with his friendships, which is nice. So, but he does seem to need quite a lot of social interaction, which isn't a bad thing. It's just obviously when you're trying to get your money up, it's trying to balance his needs and his social need and the fact that he has no money. So it can be tricky. So yeah, he's doing all right though, Cypress. He's getting there. He's getting through this grind of woodworking. He is very frightened of the thunderstorms though. He really doesn't like them. He's not keen on the bad weather, and when he's sleeping in the tent, I'm not surprised he's a little bit scared. But we've managed to get the last wall so that we can sleep indoors, which is nice. Couldn't quite afford a door, so we've just got an open room, which it's still a roof over his head, so I don't think he can be picky. Might be a bit breezy, but I don't think he's picky because it's more solid than a tent. Also, when I'm selling things from the lot, like there was a barrier, but it actually gave me money, so I just removed the money it gave me, just so that I'm not making money off the things that are on the lot. Bit more dumpster diving, which really, really wrecks your hygiene. So just to be aware of that if you're going to try and find furniture rather than buy it. But I did pop to the leisure centre and gym to use their showers really, and just also for a bit of fun, because I thought his fun level needs to be increased as well, although he does seem to gain fun while woodworking, so that's a good thing. And then get a couple of the rocks from around here just as a couple of extra things. Eat some food, although yeah, he did pass out from tiredness because he's had a long day, bless him. So I just took a nap on the sofas. This is just at the gym. This is another build of mine actually in Willow Creek, and I'd forgot to put a coffee grinder, even though I put the coffee machine there. Not sure why I missed that, but I just added that so that he can make himself a coffee. I thought that would help with his energy levels, seeing as though he was passing out through tiredness. So I wanted to increase his energy a little bit without him just napping on the sofa the whole time. And I thought this place was a good place to meet some more Sims and get his social level up. Again, as you can see, it's really low. So he meets Nin, who he seems to really like. And I think she's such a pretty Sim as well. I love this hairstyle. I really like this one. It looks casual but really nice. So yeah, he's gaining some social skills here and having a bit of a chat. Maybe getting some gym tips, although he's not really a gym bunny. I think he gets enough of a workout with his woodworking. So he comes to the gym to chat more than to use the gym equipment, which is all right. Yeah, he's got a manual job. I know it's not an official job, but it's how he makes his money. So his job is manual, really. Nin is married, but she gets on really well with Cypress, so they are hitting it off. I think he's just overly tired, so his social needs, his social responses are probably not at their best because he just wants to close his eyes and go to sleep. So, but he's done all right, and he's got his social need up a fair bit just by chatting to these two. Yeah, these two have got a great relationship. I really like them two talking. So yeah, he's just getting a few more items before heading back home. And then hopefully he can get some shut-eye because he needs it. and a proper bed as well, which will hopefully help his quality of sleep, because obviously in the tent it's not going to be brilliant. We've got the dumpster on the lot as well now. We also found a shower at the community centre, but it needs a lot of work because it's filthy and it's broken. So luckily, because of his skills, he gets it cleaned up and it's usable. So that is a perfect addition to the community centre. I think having things that have been found, so they might not necessarily match, but I think that works really well for the community centre. Also, we found this beat up, it looks like it's been burnt actually, cabinet, which we will fix up eventually, but at the minute it's just another surface that we can use in there. So I just think things like that are handy to have. This grill under here is not the best idea. I should have the reason I put it under the canopy was to try and stop it getting electrocuted in the thunderstorms, but it doesn't seem to have much luck under the canopy either. So yeah, it's not a brilliant barbecue, I've got to be honest. But yeah, Cypress is carrying on with his looking for treasure in the trash. to see what he can find. And yeah, I think that tires him out really. He's also started with Social Bunny, although he's not much of a fan of tech because he's got the technophobe trait. So he dabbles in a bit of Social Bunny, but he's not quick to respond to people, and he's not overly keen on tech. So he's definitely not going to be one who's checking his phone all the time. He gets another night in his proper bed, and as you can see, he's found a toilet and a TV. Again, because of him not really liking technology, I won't be using the TV in Cypress's house, but I thought it might be a good addition to the community centre or the community area in the middle, where maybe different residents can meet up and watch TV together. So I thought it would be a good addition for there. But the toilet, we obviously haven't got a bathroom yet, but it will go in his lot, and we've got a fire. This is really awkward because it won't let you go into build mode when there's a fire, but that fire was actually in the kitchen under the roof that I've tried to protect, and I couldn't do anything because the roof covers it all. We did get the fire brigade out and managed to get it under control anyway, but yeah, it was a bit awkward. And then we're having another table sale, so we are selling a load more sculptures. We've got the dragon, the bunny, the lumberjack, and yeah, he's struggling a little bit because his hygiene's low. When your hygiene's low, I really do think it affects sales because nobody seems to want to buy off the smelly vendor. So yeah, that does seem to affect the sales a little bit. So I would recommend, if you're going to use the sales table, try and get your hygiene up first. This toilet that he found is disgusting. It needed repairing, and the amount of cleaning it took to, I think I had to clean it about 4 times for the toilet to be in any kind of fit state to use. And bearing in mind the toilet is next to his bed, it was gross. So that's what you get for getting a toilet that you find in a dumpster. Poor Cypress is all I've got to say. Just poor Cypress. But yeah, he's back to making money on his woodworking table. And again, he's got actually loads of items this time for his selling table. He's also developed the glutton trait. Well, I don't blame him. Food's good. You need food. He likes his food. He's not being distracted by technology, so he's a foodie and he loves it. So good on him. I'm glad that he's got that trait, and I think well done him for loving his food as much as he does. So yeah, he's doing all right with his sales. His needs not as much, not great at the moment, but yeah, he's doing all right as a salesman. And then we are getting on to improving his living standards now. So he's got a bedroom and a living room stroke kitchen. Still not got a bathroom yet, and he can't quite afford that yet. But we have moved his work tables next to his house, so it looks like the lot's kind of coming together for him. His area's kind of taking shape, and bearing in mind his style preference was like a rustic barn, or was it a barn or a farmhouse? So hopefully this kind of fits that theme. And also his colour was orange, so I thought if we go with the orange wood, that kind of ticks that box. Although the roof is quite orange as well. But yeah, we've got the orange wood, but I'm not going to go every item has to be orange. So I think having hints of it, but not overpowering with orange. Although I think we do get a fair bit, to be honest. I think we get a fair bit of orange in this one. And yeah, you can definitely get that kind of colour from the front of the house. There's definitely a bit of orange going on there. And so he's got the orangey wood front door, the windows, the roof, which was kind of accidental, but it's got a bit of texture to that roof, which I really like. It looks like it's a bit worn. So it is quite a nice rustic look for a farmhouse. But yeah, it was not intentionally orange. It was just I thought that texture went with the build really nicely. It's trying to make friends with some of the animals that come and visit the lot. So you get foxes and things here. You get wild rabbits that visit too, which is nice. So yeah, he's trying to make friends. We've got the TV now in the community lot. But again, it was broken because it was found, but it saves us money again. So I'm happy with that. I'm not going to sell it. I'm going to keep it in the community lot. So hopefully that's not considered cheating. I think you can bend the rules how you like, but I think finding things in the trash that can be used, it's not a money making thing, it's just reusing and recycling. So yeah, hopefully it's not a cheat. If it is, I've done it. There is that. And then yeah, he seems to like the coziness. It's not considered a tiny home, but it's got the homey trait on this lot, so he likes to be at home. I think he's also got the indoorsy trait, so he's quite happy staying at home all day and doing things around the house. He's very domesticated, is Cypress. He likes his home comforts, although he hasn't got many home comforts at the moment, and he's still happy being there. But a little trip back to Willow Creek. We go get some food from the outdoor stall. Haggled a bit, got a little bit of a discount, which is always nice. This is a nice way to get your food up without cooking at home and creating pots. And also he's not got a cooker yet, so the main meals he gets at home are the smaller meals like cereal and granola, and they don't really fill his hunger up completely, but at least it's something. He's got some food. And then he just uses some of the library facilities and goes for a little skate with Bjorn. Just, again, his social need does seem to decline quite quickly at home. So going to the community lots is a great way for him to increase his social skills. It's not perfect, it's not 100% or anything, but at least he is getting out there and talking to other Sims. So he's having a wander again. This is probably for Cypress. He's been busy because he's been at home for a long time. So anyway, he goes to the community centre again and meets Nin, who he seems to really like. He gets on really well with her. She cooks some food and they sit at the little table together, having a little discussion. Agnes Crumplebottom, she's joined in the conversation this time. Nin looks quite flirty. She's having her best life. That's ruined Agnes's day. She's run off. It's like, no, I don't want to watch this kind of show. If you want to flirt, don't flirt at my table. So she's buggered off. Oh, and she's taken a photo of the happy friends. They are just friends, but they get on really well. Cypress might want to be more than friends. I'm not sure about Nin, but Cypress is definitely trying his luck. And yeah, she seems to respond really well to him. She's smiling. She looks flirty. She looks happy. Oh, she's created a lantern. Up and away. Yeah, they make a really cute couple, I think. So Eliza Pancakes is trying to get in on the action. She's having a chat with Cypress. He just doesn't even seem to look at her. He's just ignoring the fact that she's joined their conversation. And he's carrying on talking to Nin. Still flirting. Maybe falling on deaf ears, but he's having a try. He's having a little flirt with her and trying his luck, basically. But she's pretty, so why not? But don't keep checking your phone, Cypress, because that's not the way. Oh, he texted Nin. They've swapped numbers. I don't know who she had a bad reaction to then. Was that the lady sitting next to her? I don't think it was to Cypress. no, no. They're on good terms, so it wasn't to Cypress. Must have been to the lady sitting next to her. But they've swapped numbers. They're definitely got a good friendship, if not a little bit more. So Cypress, after that little interaction, decided to go dumpster diving just to try his luck, see if he could find anything before heading home. Oh, and he found a nice shower, a broken one, but a usable one. And again, he's got to clean that up, and he's repaired it. So he's definitely got skills. This guy, he's got skills. Bit more woodworking as well before heading to bed, although his needs are pretty shocking. So he needs his sleep. I really wouldn't want a toilet next to the bed though. That is disgusting. But he can't afford a bathroom at the moment, so needs must, and he needs a toilet. But yeah, you wouldn't want it next to your bed. We've finally got enough money just to create a small bathroom, but it's all he needs. It'll fit a shower in and a toilet and a sink, and that's all he needs. So yeah, it's quite nice to get the toilet out of his bedroom. Sometimes he does go and randomly use the sink at the community lot instead of his own sink. I don't really understand that, but it is what it is, yeah. He'll sometimes go to a sink that's really far away instead of using the one in his house. But I don't know. It's a Sims thing, I think. But he's carrying on anyway. Oh no, we've got another fire. Oh god, there's a fire. Put the fire out. This grill is the bane of his life. Put the fire out. It's spreading. Uh-oh. Oh, these fires. No! Put the fire out! He runs away. No. Come back. Come back. Put it out. Put it out, Cypress. Don't just stand there. Here he is. Uh-oh. Oh, this fire is... It's stressing me out. Put the fire out. Don't just watch it. Put the fire out. Well, he had help. He did try, but he's not great at putting fires out. He just stands and watches them. So that's not great. We did get some insurance money, which will replace these items, but I don't know if we can afford all. We can. We're a bit down on money now because we wasn't really expecting that. Yeah, it's frustrating. The fires are a nightmare. So we're just going to have to... We went back to woodworking for the day just to try and recoup some of the money we lost through the fire. It's just one of those things. I really did want to get a kitchen in his house, but we can't afford it yet. We ended up spending that money on the fire damage. So it's just one of those things. Oh, Nin's visited and got electrocuted. Oh, God. Oh, dear. I think this lot's cursed. Poor Nin. Oh, get inside quick before it happens again. Please do not get electrocuted anymore. Yeah, please let her in. Let her in, let her in. There we go. Get inside out of that weather. Oh, the poor girl. Oh, she looks awful. She's absolutely dripping and black from, charred. She's been charred from the lightning bolt. Oh, dear. Oh, God. She looks like the furniture in the background, actually. She's a broken piece of furniture now, poor Nin. But anyway, Cypress tries to cheer her up. He does try and woohoo her, but she is in no mood for it, and you cannot blame the girl. She's just been electrocuted. Cypress, have some class, man. She does not want to go in the shower with you. Oh, God. You would think he would just let her go. Like, just let her go and have a shower. Let her just be on her own for a bit. To get over the fact that she just got struck by lightning. Look at that. All the water's still coming off her. I don't even know where it's coming from anymore. Her arms are charred, her clothes, her face. No, she's not having it, Cypress. Just give up, man. Just give up. I'm surprised he's not getting stressed that he's near a TV. Mind you, the TV's not on, so maybe that's why. Oh, these two. I know she's married, but she really likes Cypress. Oh, look, they're getting closer. Oh. They are happy. No, still not happening. He tried again. Absolutely not. Misery loves company. He likes... No, he doesn't like misery. He's a happy sim. Why would he like pessimistic sims? He's very chilled out and happy. Anyway, back to what he does best with his woodworking. Bit of cleaning up to do around his house. Getting some sleep, selling a bath. And I think we've got enough money for some... Yeah, for a kitchen. Maybe not a whole kitchen, but we'll have to see. I've gone with the farmhouse style, not completely orange though. I think we can't get everything in orange, but I think this kitchen looks really well for the farmhouse style. And I always think it looks like a Smeg fridge. I know it's not branded, but it does look like a Smeg fridge. So that's how I think of that fridge. That's what I always think it is. I've kept the little cool box for something to sit on. And he has a photo. Oh no, I've got rid of it. I lied. We got rid of the cool box. We have got a couple of country style looking chairs. They look really comfy actually. And I've gone with yellow. I thought that went with the theme quite well. And I was going to have the wooden panels on the wall, but I just thought plain walls looked better. So we've gone with this like burnt orange look for the interior walls. And then we've got the wooden panelling on the exterior walls. I did change it from the Spa Day to... I'm not sure what pack them wooden panels are from. But I thought they suit the build quite well. So I did change it for them instead of having the Spa Day ones. Made a bit more money from woodworking. Nin's back. She looks a lot healthier this time though, bless her. She's looking a lot more back to her normal self, and she's managed to get her clothes back looking okay. Well done, girl. Yeah, you would have thought that dress would have gone in the bin because it was very charred, but she maybe has got like 7 of the same dress, so maybe it doesn't matter if either one got charred because she's got so many. But anyway, she looks good again. She's looking back to her healthy, happy self. And Cypress is still trying to turn on the charm. He's expressing his devotion to her. Oh, bless. Yeah, he's a loyal sim as well, so that always works really well because he's very committed and he wants her to leave her spouse. He's convincing her to leave her spouse to be with him. I don't think she's taking much convincing, to be honest. I think she was ready for that for a long time. And these two are just happy to be together. It's like soulmates. I think these two are just soulmates. They've just got on from the first time they've met and they're just happy to be together. So it's going well, yeah. She's thrown up no kind of negativity to his suggestion of leaving her spouse. And not just that, don't just leave your spouse, marry me instead. Yes, Cypress, go on. and they're engaged. She said yes. She loves him. Yes. 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 These two are just meant to be together. They are meant to be together. Maybe that was just boyfriend. That wasn't a proposal. It says proposed there. There was definitely one. I thought that was a proposal. Nope. Well, they are definitely boyfriend and girlfriend. If not engaged, I'm not even sure anymore. Maybe they're engaged. Maybe they're not. Maybe he wants to get engaged again. He's got a filthy plate in his room. Come on, sort that out. Get rid of your messy plates. Why would you put one dirty plate down to pick another one up? I don't understand The Sims sometimes. You just pick the other. You've got two hands. Pick the other one up. Anyway, that was a little rant. I thought I'd locked all these, so I'm not sure why he's been able to gain access to Beatrice Jam's kitchen, because I found out he was going there as well. Not only was he using the sink in the community lot, he was going to use Beatrice Jam's cooker instead of his own. What's that all about? These absolutely crazy Sims. So anyway, I will finish ranting. He's seeing if he can find some treasure. He's found a couple of statues, and then he's tucked in out again. He is such a romantic, taking her out to the old community centre. What a date. And what would a man do who loves to search for trash? Well, it's his treasure that's another man's trash. But he's took his girlfriend for a in the dumpster. Yes, they really are doing that. That's dirty. He is, yeah. I don't know what to say about this. Like, there's other places that are cleaner, but no, Nin's not complaining. They're having a great time. Having a great time. They're getting mucky in a mucky environment. Oh my god. Well, they're making their own little fireworks, and I think they've exhausted each other. Yeah. Great time, Nin. Great time. Yeah, she's going straight for a shower. She knows that's dirty. And what else would you do straight afterwards, apart from search for trash? Obviously. What else are you going to do after that? So yeah, that was a thing that happened. I don't think either of them regret it. But yeah, he's back to woodworking. He's back to trying to make some money, selling another bath. I did realise actually after he made loads of baths, because the bath is the most expensive thing to make. I think it's 377 simoleons. So we got Cypress cracking on with making loads of baths to get his skill up and to try and make as much money as possible. And it wasn't until a lot later on that I realised the dining table is 150 something simoleons to make and sells for 630. But the bathtub is 377 and only sells for 700 and something. So I think the dining table actually makes more money than the bath. So if you want to try and get the most out of your money, I would suggest making the dining table, not the bath. But I might have worked it out wrong. It could be my maths that are wrong. But yeah, that would be my suggestion, is make the dining table instead. So we're just going to make a few more adjustments to the house, seeing as though we've got a little bit of money to spend. I've made the ceilings a little bit darker because I think it just feels a little bit more rustic and makes the rooms feel a bit more cosy. So I think the darker ceilings work really well for a rustic farmhouse. And then, yeah, Cypress is just getting some food in between the renovations. Apparently, he's hungry, and adding some lights because we actually haven't had lights up until this point. So I think it's a good time to get a few lights in there. I've added another light in this beam just because it didn't give off that much light. So I just hid another light in there just to give a little bit more light in that room. It is quite a dark room, but it's only got windows at the front, so I think that's why it looks a little bit darker. And then Cypress enjoying these little country chairs in a very empty room. It hasn't got much in there, bless him. he's got a very minimalist house, but he's just getting things as he can afford them. Back to woodworking, making some money, and another date with Nin. And this time they've come to the park in Oasis Springs. This again is another. I think this is a park that was originally here, and I just kind of made it a bit. I gave it like my own twist. So I kept the space pretty similar to what it was, but just made a few alterations, made it a bit brighter. So yeah, they've just come to the park for a little day. I love this little, it's kind of undercover but outdoor seating, and it's like things you get in Europe where you get the cafe bars in the places with the nice weather anyway, and then the seating's outside. So it reminds me of somewhere like that where you go on holiday and you go out for a meal but the tables are outdoors. I think it's really cute, and who wouldn't want to sit outside here, because it looks really pretty actually, this area. I think it is such a nice looking area. I love Oasis Springs. I think it's one of the best what's it called? It's not a town, but like destinations in The Sims. Worlds, that's the word I was looking for. It's one of the best worlds in The Sims. These two, their dates go really well. I mean, he's smashing these dates out the park. Look at that. He's definitely going to get a gold medal for this date. And the reason I've concentrated on dates for Cypress, not only because he deserves to have somebody in his life, but his aspiration is romance related. So to fill his happiness needs, it fits in with his ambition to find his soulmate. So that's the reason why I've really concentrated on making sure he's found someone who he's really happy with. And to be honest, I didn't have to try very much with him because him and Nin got on so well from their very first meeting. So it was just really, it worked out really well, and it was really easy for these two to come together. I don't know what the camera's doing, but oh, it's looking for rocks. I'm looking for rocks. Yeah, he's going digging. Go back to the couple. Where's the couple? Here they are. So he is actually finally asking her to marry her. He didn't the first time because he was asking her to be his girlfriend last time, but this time was a marriage proposal. And she's over the moon. So they are actually engaged now. I probably ruined that earlier on by saying they was. I'm not going to have a move in just because of the challenge. But yeah, I didn't mean to ruin it. I thought they got engaged at the original bit, and actually they was just boyfriend and girlfriend. But now they're actually engaged, so it works out in the end. Got a gold star date as well, so that's nice. And he's going travelling to the Forgotten Grotto, which I always think is Forgotten Hollow, but it's Forgotten Grotto. But his energy is really low, so he doesn't really get very far this time. So we'll have to pop back there another time to see what hidden treasures we can find in there. But yeah, his needs are improving quicker because he's got nicer things around him now. So his bathroom is almost a fully functioning bathroom. He hasn't got any toilet paper or any of the accessories, but it is functioning. He's got a kitchen, a dining table and one chair, which are both made by Cypress. So that's nice because, you know, it's saving money. He's not buying furniture, he's made it. And two, it just fills the space a little bit more. So he hasn't just got these 2 chairs and nothing else. So yeah, if he just builds a few items, not just to sell but also to furnish his house, it makes a big difference to his space, because minimalism has got some kind of point, but obviously if he's got nowhere to sit and eat his dinner, that's not great. So yeah, I'm glad he's got a dining table at least. He's got all the chairs now and a mirror in the bathroom. We're spoiling him. He's got so many things. And then we're adding a basement to the community build, and the reason for the basement is to add the vault. The good thing about the vault means we can then have a community fund. So any extra money that the Sims have, they can add to the vault, and then that means they can have, I don't know, what could we add to the community centre? Maybe some activity things, like maybe we could add a knitting thing, just to get people's fun levels up. I know Ziggy Yarn earns money from knitting. One of the characters we'll meet later on, but maybe just something, because obviously we've got the TV, but maybe a couple of fun items, and then new Sims who are moving in would have something to do just for their fun levels. I think it's an option that we could use that funding for, because I don't want to use it for bills. The reason is, even though when new people move in, their bills might be higher, I just feel like if we use the community fund for those bills, it might be a bit cheaty. So I don't really want to use it for that. I want to just use that fund for any future upgrades we do to the shared area in the middle, which, yeah, we'll see how it works out, but that's what I intend to use the funds for that are in the vault. So anything we do to that middle area, I was thinking it'd be nice to have like some outdoor seating there, a bit of a gardening section, and a bit of a mishmash of things, so that all the different personalities can meet in that area and there's things that they can do together then. So that's kind of my idea of what we can do with it. I don't want the building to be much bigger than it is. It might have to slightly increase, but I don't want it to be huge, because they're all going to have their own homes. But then this building in the middle is where everybody can come together. So maybe have a little bit more decking space for seating that's undercover, and then some outdoor activities around that. But I haven't decided how it's going to look yet. So hopefully, as we get a bit more money in the community kitty, we can arrange how that's going to work. So we'll see how that comes together. But it'll be interesting. It depends which character we get next, and yeah, we'll see how that goes. Because I know from watching some of people's attempts at this, I know some of them are harder to make money with than others. We was quite lucky getting Cypress, because his skill to make money is actually, you can make money quite easily with Cypress. I'm not sure about the gardener. Maybe that one could be difficult. I'm not too sure. Ziggy Yarn, I've heard, is difficult to get money with. So this is, yeah, it will depend who we get next, how things go. But it would be nice to have some shared items, and then obviously they've got their own as well. And each lot will be locked to whoever lives there. I did start off with a darker paving, but that didn't really, it looked too bright against the rest of the lot, so went with a darker stone that looks like it's kind of worn down over time. But bearing in mind a lot of this stuff is recycled and things, I think this path works really well. Obviously the fencing underneath where the equipment is, the outdoor equipment, that was just what was on the lot to start with, so I just reused that. Cypress has took Nin out again. They spend quite a big chunk of their time together, so he's loving life when he's with her, and he just seems really happy. So their dates always go really well. Their dates just seem to flow really nicely. And even if they're in a group, they still spend a lot of time just with each other. So yeah, they're just really well suited, them two. He comes home, does a bit more woodworking, try and get some more money. Money funds are pretty low at the moment, so we definitely need to get them back up. And God, another fire. Oh, this barbecue has been the bane of this Let's Play so far. And Cypress is not good at putting the fires out. He's really not. Don't run away. He's got that one out actually without help, so that's good. Yeah, he usually needs the fire brigade, and I was done with that grill. It had to go. I know that's not great for the new people that move in. We've no longer got the grill, but it's better than setting fire to the building. So we've got rid of it. It's gone. There's no going back. We've finally got a few decorations in the house. Got some flowers, some curtains. We've got lights, candles on the table. It looks really cute. It does look cute. I did like the cream. I just didn't think it went with Cypress's style, and because of the bedding, because it's open plan, I decided to go with red, which isn't quite his colour, but I think it goes with the bedding, and then you've already got the orange walls, so I think it works. The community fund is up to 2,500, so we've got quite a bit of money in there. Yeah, the community fund is looking good for whoever moves in there next, because depending on their needs, we might add. It will depend who we get, what we add in the community centre next. But obviously Cypress is a technophobe, so he doesn't actually require that many items. He's quite happy doing his thing. Another date with Nin. He's obsessed with these dates. No. Oh God. Why? Why would you go in there? You know somebody's peed in there right before they've gone in, don't you? Somebody will have peed in there. But they've done it. They did it. And yep, that's what they did. Anyway, Cypress is going back to Forgotten Grotto with a bit more energy this time, so hopefully he can find any treasures that are in there. And then heads home. Hopefully not getting scammed by the lady from Eco Lifestyle. Can't remember what it's called. But yeah, she likes to scam people, so hopefully he didn't fall for her scam. But yeah, that's pretty much Cypress's journey. We're right at the end now. So that's part 1 of Tiny Town. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please hit the like button if you did, and tune in for the next one. I'm not sure when I'll get a chance to film it, but hopefully we'll have the next installment by next week of Tiny Town, and I'll do a full episode of one character again. So yeah, let me know what you think anyway, and I do hope you've liked this one. At least it's been something a little bit different. I've really enjoyed this challenge. It is a challenge, so yeah, I have enjoyed it. I'll take care, and I'll see you in the next one, everyone. Bye.